Commander Masters prices continue to tank, and it looks like there is a race to the bottom. Not a lot of LGSs are willing to crack open these boxes and take the loss, and there's not a lot of collectors willing to open these boxes and take the loss, so we're at a bit of a standstill right now on the market. But it doesn't matter because the prices are still going down. This is one of the worst releases I've ever seen released by Magic the Gathering, and the secondary market is full out just rejecting this product, and it is fascinating to see. Let's discuss. Welcome back to the channel. Mattcaster Mage here. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining in on all the fun we have here. We're going to talk about Commander Masters once more. I have a feeling we're going to talk about Commander Masters a lot in the next few weeks. I thought we were pretty much done talking about it, but to be honest, with the way the prices are going right now, there's something to always talk about. You know, Commander Masters, I think this might be the death of Master sets. Doing a Master set on a Commander set where you only need one copy, that is probably not the best idea, especially when you're gonna make all these different versions of these cards. You only really need one copy for your Commander deck, unless it's like an artifact or an enchantment that you can play across a variety of Commander decks. But I think a lot of these Commander prices, the expensive Commanders, are going to tank. Maybe the textured foils are going to hold a little bit more value because they are very rare, but even then, you look at the textured foils for Double Masters 2022 and they've seen significant losses, so I expect to see something similar happen to Commander Masters singles. Now, we're not going to talk about singles today, though. We're going to talk about the sealed product. I'm going to give you guys some percentages as well on the sealed product that's went down in price, because none of them have actually went up. They've only went down. And we're going to start that list off here today with the set booster boxes, which were the most expensive at release. And they actually saw a bit of a pump right before Commander Masters got released and then just immediately dropped. Now, it started off at $378.39 and then dropped and then went back up and then continued to drop day by day and week by week. And this set box has lost 15% of its value from release day. Actually, not that bad, right? The chart would make it look a lot more dramatic, but to be honest, set boxes have been holding, I think, the best out of any of the sealed product from Commander Masters. Now, the draft box, similar situation. It looks like a really dramatic drop, and it has dropped. It started off at $307.35 and it's dropped all the way down to $260. So it's also dropped 15% in price from its release price. Now, the most dramatic drop out of all the booster boxes, I don't know, can you call 4 packs a booster box? Let's call it a booster box. It says booster box right there. So booster box, this one is crazy. Started off at around $250, dropped all the way to $178.76 price. Now, from what I've been told, distributor pricing for this, if like a store wants to buy it, is $180 US. So stores are that desperate to get it off the books that they're already taking like a $2 haircut just to move it as quickly as they can because they do not want to be stuck with it. That is a scary scenario. This one had the biggest drop out of any of the boxes, from about $250, which, if you're a store buying at $180, there's still a decent amount of margin, to actually make right there. But then before release, it's already dropped to close to the distributor level. Now it's at $178.76, meaning that these boxes have dropped 29%. And when I see this, I feel so sorry for small, local game stores. Big stores that can kind of eat some of the costs. It's not quite as dramatic, but when you're a small store and you're only getting like a few cases of these and you paid the distributor and you're already losing money on this and you're just sitting there trying to figure out what to do. Like, should you open it up to sell singles? Because single prices, they've been holding a little better than the boxes, but not for all the cards. Some of them have seen dramatic drops, and I've actually covered that a few days ago. I might actually cover it again further next week to see where the prices land, but I'm telling you right now, this is not good for local game stores. Next up here is the Eldrazi Unbound Commander Precon. This one's actually not doing too bad. I think this is a good shell for any Commander player if you want to build a Commander deck for Eldrazi. As you can see, it pumped all the way up to 176 for some reason from 118. I don't know why. And this is around when the spoilers came out. And then it dropped all the way down to $105.87. So this actually hasn't really dropped much, about a 9% drop. So Sliver Swarm here, this one has dropped quite significantly. Started off at about $150, actually went all the way up to $155, then basically has continued to drop all the way down to $97.33, making this a 37% decline in price. The next commander deck here is the Enduring Enchantments one, and this one also had a bit of a pump right after the spoilers, but then dropped all the way down. Started off at $98.19. All of them started around the $100 mark, and it's dropped all the way down to $68.06. So this box has dropped by 30%. So not looking good for these commander precons here. And the Planeswalker Party has dropped the second most out of all of the precons here. You're looking at around $100, basically $100 at release. Dropped all the way down, had that little fake pump around the spoilers, then dropped all the way down to $63.80, making this box, this precon, drop by 35%. As you can see here, it is not looking good for Commander Masters sealed product. I was really hopeful for the precons. Now, I'm not super hopeful for them anymore. There is some good singles in here that are new that aren't reprints, but overall, this was supposed to be like a home run set. But I think there's also a lot of wallet fatigue going on. This is something that people haven't really talked too much about. The fact that you had a set like Lord of the Rings where, stores spent big, players spent big, collectors spent big, and then you have a set like Commander Masters, which, people have been duped in the past from Wizards, when it comes to the Baldur's Gate Commander Legends set. They're selling the name and not the product. That's pretty much what's happening. They're selling the name, not the product. People who went in heavy on Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings is actually doing okay. They don't have a lot of money to spend on Commander Masters, and it's kind of being reflected a bit in the market as well, especially after kind of the dupe and the wool that's been pulled over people's eyes when this set, it's not necessarily as a bad set, but again, they're selling the name Masters, and it just, the price, they put it up higher than it was before, and you had things like Double Masters that actually had cards that were playable in like Modern and Legacy, and there is some cards in here for Legacy and stuff, but for the most part it's Commander focused, which again, you only need one copy of a card, so why do you need to spend big bucks if you just want that one copy? That's why a lot of Commander players who don't buy a lot of sealed product, they buy singles. They're waiting for these singles to hit the market, and they don't want to buy at these prices. They want the cheapest possible copies. Like Commander is probably the most friendly format there is. It's very casual. A lot of people are okay. Not everyone. I'm not going to say everyone, but a lot of people are okay with using proxies, and they don't want to spend these crazy collector prices. That was okay for Modern and Legacy, but I feel like Commander players are pretty much rejecting these prices outright. Like them trying to target, Commander players, I think was a huge miss in terms of revenue for Wizards. I think that they swung and missed on this one, and it's being reflected in the prices. But I don't know. This is what I wanted to talk about today. It's just crazy seeing the prices continue to go down. Let me know what you think about Commander Masters in the comment section. Do you think it's going to go down even further? I love to know your thoughts about that down below. And also, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I make content every single day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Use promo code Mattcaster for 5% off your order at Face to Face Games, Canada's largest Magic the Gathering store. Qualified orders get free shipping Canada-wide if you use our promo code Mattcaster at checkout. Whether you're buying singles or sealed product, use our code to support the show and get a discount.